Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Member 2 Sports and Wellness Center. My name is Jeff McIntyre for High Button Sports, bringing you an under-16 AAA matchup between the visiting Basin Armada and the hometown Cape Breton Jets. These two teams played yesterday afternoon, with the Armada taking a 3-1 victory. They have the rematch this morning. Starting in goal for the Jets is Daniel Levat, and in goal for the Armada is Alec Hagan-McLean. And we're ready to drop the puck. Here we go. Puck's dumped into the Armada end. McNeil has it, stretches it across. Played ahead there for DeBay. DeBay tries to split the D. Puck's chipped to the sidewall. Big hit along the boards by the Armada. Puck's sent to center. Crawley will fire it down for the Jets. Hagan-McLeod stops it there. Chipped from Van Pulgeest into the center for DeBay. He'll fire it into the Jet zone. Back for it is Seth Black of the Jets. He can't get it quite high enough for the winger to pick it up. It's reversed. And Crawley will have it there for the Jets. He overskates it. Centering pass is cut off by Black. Played to the wing for Lee. Lee into the center for Phillips. It's behind him. Icing's waved off, and the Jets will peel off for a change. Turned over behind the net. Phillips has it stripped by Hagan-McLeod before he can get a shot away. Back the other way is Makinen. He tries the shot, hits a stick off the shoulder of Levat. A dangerous spot in the slot there. Back to the point. Quick shot, wide of the net. Rebound comes off the boards for LeBlanc, and he'll just get it outside the zone. He'll get a chance to regroup now. Here's McIntyre. Puts it ahead for Morrison, and his chip in goes into the Armada bench for a whistle. Face off in the neutral zone. Draws scrambled, but possession's taken by the Armada. Thompson plays it ahead, but his pass is rejected. He'll get another chance to regroup in his own zone. There's Thompson. Plays it off the boards. Just does get it outside the line. LeBlanc steps up and seals the wall and plays it back down. There's Thompson behind his net, surveying the ice. Stretch pass connects, but misses everyone, and it'll slide down the ice. McIntyre may have got a piece of it as icing's waved off. McIntyre's tripped up in the corner. Battles his man down there as the puck squirts free. Here's Brady with it for the Armada in the corner. Spins away from his check. Off the stick of McIntyre and taken care of nicely by LeBlanc. Chip back to the center. That pass is almost picked off by Smith-McNeil, but it gets through to Chisholm. Chisholm down the wing. Blocked by McIntyre, and the shot goes wide. Pass fanned on by Penny, but it does get through to center. Here's McNeil back the other way. Sealed off by Butters. McIntyre reverses it, but Butters didn't see the pass. Does pick off that weak shot from McNeil, and he'll fire it back down the ice. Not enough for icing as Pino comes back for it. He'll play it off the boards and out. Race the other way. Armada have a lane to the net. Can't quite get the pass off, and as he does, it's behind its intended target. Played to the open corner there by McNeil, who's been on for what seems like quite some time. Now he'll have to deal with a 2-on-1 the other way. Quick shot. Stick saved by Hagan-McLeod. Off the 2-on-1 chance for the Jets. That puck's turned over to Fougier. He has some help there from Maidment. Puts it back down for Fougier. His centering pass is knocked away. Good stick there to chip that puck forward by Butters, and now it's Jador. He'll center it into the middle, but it was in Penny's skates. Couldn't pick up the pass cleanly. Back the other way come the Armada. 3-on-2 rush. Pardon me, it's a 2-on-3 actually. That shot just knifed away by Levat, and he overskates it. Played to an open wing. Foss McDonald in forechecking, just about strips his man of the puck. Makinen through center ice, over the line. Goes around his man Black. Quick shot, high and over the net. Ald will keep it into the line as he's covering up for Makinen. And that'll dribble into Levat. He'll hold for a whistle. Face-off is controlled by the Jets. They'll gain center. It's Francis. He has it knocked off his stick by McKinnon. Armada look to come in transition. Big hit along the boards by Francis, throwing his weight around. That pass is chipped into the bench by Foss McDonald of the Jets, and we'll have another face-off coming in the neutral zone. Francis controls it and fires it down behind Hagan McLeod's net. First man on it is Thompson. Thompson plays it off the boards, but it's pinched off by Simmons. Todd gets a chance with it, finds his outlet pass into the middle off a stick. McDonald couldn't get a shot away, and it'll dribble out to center ice. Here's McDonald up to Simmons. Simmons takes a check along the half wall. Looks like a slashing call is coming. Looks like Blair Francis of the Jets will take the first penalty of the game. Slashing is the call at 15:07 mark of the first period. Armada will head to the power play. Armada control the draw. Back to the point for McKinnon. McKinnon walks into the middle, finds Hackler on the half wall. Pass into the middle, misses. Hackler regains it in the corner. Plays it behind the net. Centering pass, what a save, and it's on the line. It's cleared off by LeBlanc. What a save from LeBlanc, and an even better pick by LeBlanc. What a save from Levat, and a great pick off the line by LeBlanc. Armada still have possession inside the zone. Here's Hackler at the point. Tries a cross ice feed, and that's picked off by Crawley and sent down the ice for the Jets. Left there by Hagan McLean for McKinnon with Lee on him. He rolls off the check of Lee, and now he'll gain center, still with possession. Over the line, stopped by McIntyre. McIntyre makes one man miss. Instead of clearing it down the ice, he's knocked over, and there is a penalty coming up, I believe. A cross-checking call. This one's going to the Armada. Cross-checking's the call on Devin DeBay of the Armada. And we'll play some 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 1 second. That'll do it for the Armada power play. Draws one right on the net, cleared to the corner. Here's O'Leary trying to get ahead of steam back the other way. He'll curl back, finds McNeil. His pass connects on the far side for Pino. Pino cuts to the middle. Can't get the shot away. Potential breakaway chance here for Ward. Ward gets a little bit of a pick from Phillips. Centering pass is there. Oh, and what a great chance for a shot. He elects to pass, and there's 2 or 3 great saves from Alec Hagan McLeod on that flurry of action in front of the Armada goal. .36 left in the first. 29 seconds left in this 4-on-4 action. Armada win the draw yet again. Played to the wing for Brady. His pass misses everyone. It'll slide down the ice, and that'll be an icing call. Armada control it behind their net. Stretch pass misses everyone, and that'll slide right back down the ice for yet another icing. Only 8 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4 action, and the Jets will head to their first power play of the game, an abbreviated one for about a minute. Here's Crawley, feeds it across for Stevens. Stevens makes one man miss, but has his pass knocked away. Francis is out of the box for the Jets and heading to the bench to get the power play unit on. Phillips almost picks off that pass, but it's sent down the ice by the Armada. Jets looking to organize things, but that pass misses, and it'll be sent back down behind Labatt's goal. He leaves it there. LeBlanc leaves it behind the net, but there's not quite anybody there. Now McDonald has it. McDonald fires it across ice, connects with Crawley. Crawley peels up at the line, looks to set it up. Loses it momentarily, puts it into the middle for Lee, but his one-timer is fanned on. Pass to the boards, taken away by the Armada, and it's played out to center. Only 3 seconds remaining in the power play. There's McIntyre, makes one man miss. They'll try to get the line and dump it in. Played up the wing and chipped out yet again. McIntyre chips it ahead for LeBlanc, who leaves it there for Ward. Ward comes in transition, plays it into the middle, just off the stick of Morrison. And here comes DeBay after serving his penalty. He's in, he shoots. Kind of handcuffed Levat a little bit, but it's rebounds cleared to the wall. Bungay, first man to it. Chip up the boards, was sealed off by Surratt, played into the middle. Good stick there. Rebound is still lying in the crease, in the slot area. Played ahead for Phillips. Phillips just chips it by his man Bungay and gives chase into the corner. Tries to center, no one there for the Jets. It's taken away by Pino. They'll play it off the boards and out. And there's a few Jets falling around center here, but they get away with it. Hakala steals the puck from Smith McNeil at center. Dangerous chance here for the Armada, and it's stopped by Levat, and the rebound's cleared to the boards. McNeil down into the corner. Centering pass was cut off there. Smith McNeil gets it into the middle for Morrison. Morrison leaves it for Smith McNeil. His shot's deflected up and over the boards. .45 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal are 7-2 in favor of the Armada. Back to the point, quick shot on goal. Stopped by Hagan McLeod. Puck dribbles into the corner. Armada battling to get it out of the zone here. LeBlanc will step up and seal off the wall. Puck's in a few pairs of skates down there. Finally dug free. Here's Pino. Passes up the wing, is cut off. Quick shot towards the goal by McDonald. Wide of the net. And another chance for LeBlanc, but that one's cut off as well. Flipped high and jumps over the stick of LeBlanc. He's knocked down. Surratt has it, but he can't get the centering pass across to Ald. And it's played up the wing. Played into the middle. Here's Smith McNeil. Chips it by his man, gives chase, but Surratt seals the wall off. Big stretch pass connects with Ald. Ald just plays it deep. McIntyre down in the corner. Rolls off a check though. Passed out to the center, but Penny's there for the Jets to clear it to the line. LeBlanc now has it behind his net. He'll play it hard around. It'll just get outside the zone. Smith McNeil chasing Thompson down. Thompson makes a nice evasive move to get away from the forecheck. And he gets the line and fires it down. Levat will stop it back there. McIntyre will have to hurry to get there in time. Not quite enough urgency there from the handoff between Levat and McIntyre. Phillips comes in to help out, Penny comes in to help out and chops it out of the zone, but it's brought right back in by McKinnon. McIntyre clears it up the boards, and the centering pass does get through to Penny. Penny has a man driving the lane. Jador didn't quite see him, and it just harmlessly dribbles down onto Hagen McLeod. He looks to be complaining of a bit of a late chop or something. Face-off won by the Jets. Quick shot on goal, deflected just wide of the far post. In the corner is Jador. He's battled hard down there. Puck's dug free by the Armada. Some big bodies going at it down low. Makinen and Jador push and shove. Back the other way is DeBay. DeBay, quick shot, wide of the net, rims all the way around. Shot on goal. No one can quite find the puck. It's bouncing around down there. McIntyre seals his man in the wall in the corner, and that's swept down the ice by the Jets, but it's not going to be enough for icing. Bungay back for it for the Armada. He plays it to an open corner. That's Butters in forechecking. Can't quite pick up the puck. Here's Creighton, plays it to the middle. And a rush chance coming here for Van Polgeest. He cuts back. The Jets trying to sort out some defensive zone coverage. Van Polgeest has it again. Plays it down to the half wall now. And we're going to have another penalty. I believe this one's going to be a high stick. Oh, actually, they're calling it a trip. Devin DeBay will head to the box for his second penalty of the game. There's a battle along the boards, and DeBay looked to get a little frustrated and hauled his man down. Draw is controlled by the Jets, but they can't quite keep it in at the line. Here's Crawley with it. Has a forechecker on his hip. Brady strips him of the puck and fires it down behind the Jets' end. McIntyre leaves it for Phillips. Phillips will look to get this pointed in the right direction. He'll get it ahead to Crawley. Crawley gains the line. And they'll look to set things up. Here's McIntyre at the point. Feeds it across. Back to McIntyre in the point. McIntyre walks in, gets it to Crawley. Crawley's shot stopped there with the paddle. Kept in at the line by McIntyre. McIntyre plays it down low for Crawley. Crawley walks into the slot area, takes a shot high and over the net. McDonald has it on the half wall, trying to settle it down. Needs a little bit of help over there. Comes in. Chance in the middle. Crawley can't quite get the pass. And he'll have to dump that down into the corner, and that's going to be picked up by McNeil and sent down the ice. Some good pressure from the Jets and a couple of good looks, but not able to hit the net. Lee puts it into the middle for Crawley. Crawley gains the line, looks to set it up, plays it hard towards the net, but Parker Lee can't get his stick on it. Puck's played just outside the line. Now McIntyre regroups. McIntyre will skate it all the way back with O'Leary on him. Cuts up. Plays it across there for Colin McDonald. He'll gain the line, but there's no Jets ready to go in. They're actually changing. It's going to be an easy clear for their Armada. It does get by McIntyre at the point, and that's an easy strip there for Francis and McDonald coming together to make that play happen. Here's LeBlanc, tries the big stretch pass, connects with Francis as the penalty ends. Francis has a chance, couldn't quite get the shot away though. Finds LeBlanc on the back door. LeBlanc takes a shot, not a whole lot on it. Nice save there from Hagen McLeod. Foss McDonald battling with two Armada players down low. Fougier takes a chop at Francis, and he just keeps going through that. Puck's played into the middle. Good outlet pass. Big hit there. Phillips laid his man out. Here's Fougier. Walks in. Stripped of the puck before he can get into a shooting spot. Francis picks it up and fires it back down the other way. He'll give chase, try to pick up his own dump in. And Makinen comes out of the corner with it for the Armada. He'll play it high off the glass and out. skips over LeBlanc's stick, and that's going to draw a penalty. LeBlanc tries to run a little bit of interference on Maidment, I think. Oh, sorry, that's Surratt. And he'll get an interference call out of it. Armada will head back to the power play. 4:54 left in the first period, still a scoreless game. That draw wasn't done fairly. Both wingers jumped in ahead of the drop of the puck. We'll do it again. Face-off's controlled by the Armada. Creighton puts it back. Here's Aaron at the half wall. Plays it all the way across. Back to Makinen at the top of the circle. Big block in front. Puck comes free, and now it's cleared down the ice by the Jets. Good block in front. Here's Aaron. He fans on the pass across to Surratt. He'll have to regroup. Here's Aaron. Plays it into the middle. That pass connects with Creighton, and that's going to be offside at the line. One extra move through that rush offside. Face off in the neutral zone. Chopped away there. Jets standing up at the line nicely. Chisholm gets it across for Maidment. Maidment walks in, has it chopped off his stick before the shot could come. Kept in at the line, into the middle. McIntyre got out to block most of that shot. It dribbles into the corner. Chisholm takes a shot, and that's going to be cleared, but right at the line is kept. Good stick there from Foss McDonald to just knock it outside the line. Quick change coming for the Jets, but they don't get everybody off. That rush is shut down nicely. Here's Ward back the other way, puts it to an area, and then it's knocked down. Puck's going to dribble into the net. Hagan McLeod has to hold it for a whistle. Something the Jets will be pretty happy about to get an offensive zone face-off on the power play. Or the penalty kill, pardon me. 42 seconds left in the LeBlanc penalty. Draws scrambled, finally controlled by the Armada. Pino has it behind his net. He'll play it up the wing, connects with Hakala. Hakala gains the zone easily, has a lane to the net, shot right into the crest of Lavatt, and he'll hold for a whistle. Armada control. Hakala plays it back for Pino. He just keeps it onside. Pass gets all the way across. Back to the top. Here's Hakala again. Hakala finding some options. Gets it back to the top for Todd. Todd's shot is gloved down by Lavatt. Oh, pardon me. That's DeBay, not Todd. 14, not Fort. Hard to see on their arms sometimes. Armada trying to make a late change. They are getting away with it. Face-off's controlled again. Here's Pino. Across to Thompson. Thompson has a lane. Shot blocked in front. McDonald battles down low. Chips it ahead. Centering pass. Negated. But he'll get another chance here. That's Fougere with it. Makes one man miss. He'll take it behind the net as the penalty is over to the Jets. Dangerously could have taken another one there. High stick is the call as they touch up. That'll draw a whistle. And the face-off will come outside the zone. .238 remaining in the first period. Jets flip it ahead off the draw, but can't get any further than center. That stretch pass misses Smith-McNeil, but it looks like icing's been waved off. Jets try to center it. Loose puck in the slot area, but no Jet in the area. McIntyre battling hard to get that puck back in the zone. It does come out, though. High off the glass goes Pemberton. And that's just dumped back into the neutral zone. McIntyre will have to go back for it. He'll play it off the board. Shut down by Brady into the middle. Just chipped on goal. Not much on it, but Levac clears it to the corner. Good stick there. Smith-McNeil cuts off that pass, but couldn't quite get away to the races. Stumbled. Nice stretch pass. Connects with Brady. Into the middle. Here's Chisholm on his backhand. Shut down by Levac. Armada really come in transition quickly, getting some good rush opportunities the last few minutes or so, but Levac's been stellar between the pipes. Jets win the draw, play it around, connects with Penny. Penny can't clear it the first time, he'll get a second chance. That pass ahead does not connect, and it'll dribble down onto Hagen McLeod for a whistle. Puck kept in by McDonald. He'll fire it onto Hagen McLeod for another whistle. McDonald has it again. His shot's blocked. Dribbles down to Jador. He centers to Butters. Butters' shot might have hit a body before missing. Pass into Butters. He shot. What a save by Hagen McLeod off that one-timer in the slot area from Butters. Armada come in transition as we enter the final minute of play in the first period. Pass from LeBlanc behind the net. Little high for McDonald to handle, but he'll get another try, and he'll fire that around, but no one there for the Jets. Another chance for McDonald. Plays it to the line. Glove down by McNeil. He's knocked down momentarily by Jador. The Jets can't get the puck out. Played down low for LeBlanc. He'll spin off his man. Makes a nice pass to McDonald. His flip play does not work out for the Jets, but they get away with it as the Armada couldn't take advantage. Back through the neutral zone is Butters, and there's going to be an offside call against the Jets on that play. 17 seconds remaining. Thompson plays it across. That connects into the middle for that's Aaron. Aaron spins up on the half wall, battling there with Black. Played back to the point for Thompson. He chops it. It'll dribble to the corner. Quick shot on goal. And that'll do it for the first period. Looks like a penalty is coming, a slash. Looks like it was after the play. I'll sort out the penalty to start the second period and get back to you. After one period of play, it's still a scoreless game between the Armada and the Jets. Shots on goal after one are 12-8 in favor of the Armada. We'll be back after the flood for the second period. And we're back for the second period of play between the Basin Armada and the Cape Breton Jets. At the whistle to end the first period, looks like Ivan Aaron and Matt Phillips both took coincidental minors for the Armada and the Jets respectively. So we'll still play some 5-on-5, and here we go. Ooh, referee took a spill right off the draw. Here's Hakala, gaining a line for the Armada. He has it knocked away, played into the corner. Jador picks it up there for the Jets, spins it ahead, connects there with Crawley. Was Lee. Just chipped off the stick of Crawley by Bungay before he can get the shot away. And played off the boards ahead for Lee, but Hackle is there cleaning up the loose puck. Lee comes in to throw the body around, as well as Crawley, but the puck's turned over at the blue line. Back the other way come the Armada. Good stick there from Stefan LeBlanc to negate that shot. The Jets can't quite get it outside the line. Here's Lee, gets it ahead to McIntyre. McIntyre plays it back behind the net for LeBlanc. LeBlanc plays it hard off the glass and out. Stretch pass in effect, but Crawley, Crawley wins the race, but the linesman and referee get a little mixed up as the hybrid icing rules are generally in effect. This one should come back to center as Crawley won the race to the puck, and it is. So we all make mistakes, and the referee and linesman made one there. Face off at center ice, controlled by the Jets. Here's Francis, gains the line and fires it down. Thompson on it for the Armada. Reverses play, finds Todd. He loses it momentarily, regains possession. Skates it out of the zone, but has it chopped off his stick by Foss McDonald. Foss has Pemberton streaking down the wing. That pass just led Pemberton a little too far. He picks up the rebound, centering pass, connects there at the point. Quick shot, blocked there by Van Polgeest, I believe. No, he couldn't get the shot away. Good play there by Colin McDonald. And the Jets pick the puck up behind their own net. Played off the boards and out. Pino at center, collects the puck and gets it ahead to DeBay. DeBay gains the line, has a head of steam, trying to get a shot away on the backhand, but takes it around the net instead. Spins off his check, can't get his stick free, and they score! Loose puck was picked up there by the Armada and beats Lavat over the blocker, who is partially screened on the play. I believe it's Owen Chisholm that put that one home. One nothing Armada with 17:54 remaining in the second period. They break the goose eggs to jump out to a 1-0 lead. Armada control off the draw. Stretch pass connects with Chisholm. He just chips it in. McIntyre overskates it momentarily, but banks it off the boards to himself. Has it knocked away. Morrison puts it ahead, but his pass misses, and it's chipped back down the ice. Brady skating onto it. Into the middle. O'Leary can't quite navigate. Pass into the middle, misses everyone. Smith McNeil back the other way. Potential 2-on-1 chance, but good back check there by McNeil to get back and take that pass away. Easy save for Hagan McLeod on the Travis Smith McNeil shot. Armada win the draw into the corners. Makinen flips it high off the boards and out. Here's Fougere. Spins off the check. Walks around Ward. Centering pass. Knifed away there Played off the boards, takes a strange bounce into the middle. Quick shot on goal, stop there. I think it's on the side of the net, actually. Here's Bungay at the point for the Armada, off the draw, plays it to the half wall, cross-ice speed, connects with Makinen. Makinen's shot well, wide and high, rims all the way around, but kept in at the far point by Bungay. And that pass is cut off nicely by Butters. Butters in transition, shot, glove save, but big rebound into the slot area, turned over there to Penny. Penny spins, fires, blocker stopped there by Hagen McLeod. Centering pass into the slot, quick shot, just a pad save off the Butters one-timer. He didn't get everything he wanted on it as it was a rolling puck. Armada come in transition, just inside the line, kept alive. Played to the half wall where Fougier picks it up. His pass is turned away. Played up the boards but kept in. Big pile up down in the corner. Comes free, centering pass. Great stick there by LeBlanc to make sure that shot didn't come. Down into the corner, Fougier, stretch pass, knifed on goal, but blocked before it could get there. Todd can't quite pick it up. 2-on-1 chance here. Here's Jador. Jador, backdoor to Penny. Great stick there by Todd, coming back to the play. Nice pass out front, and an even better save by Alec Hagen McLeod. Jets had some great looks on that last foray at the goal, but unable to solve Hagen McLeod at this point. Shots on goal are 14-12 in favor of the Armada, and they hold a 1-0 lead. Crawley battling his man down low. Comes free, Hakala plays it all the way around. Kept in at the line by Lee, but he hits a man, it goes the other way. Here's Auld down the wing, shoots. Pad stopped by Levat, and he doubles down and takes care of the rebound as well. Shot from the point came from Thompson. Levat was equal to that one as well. Face-off's control. Here's Thompson. Plays it to the half wall. Quick shot. Easy save for Levat. Good play from Pemberton to box his man out in front. Let Levat see that shot. Face-off controlled by the Jets. McIntyre being hauled down behind the net, and he'll draw yet another penalty. Big stretch pass connects there. Crawley down the wing, and he may have drawn another penalty. We'll see. But he was certainly hooked on his way to the net. It could easily be two on the same play. Referees are discussing. The referees are having a chat, but I think we're only going to get the initial holding call. That one's going to go to Sebi Surrett of the Armada. But Crawley certainly had the corner turned on the Armada defenseman, and he was hooked and held, but they do let that one go. One back to the point. Crawley across from McDonald. McDonald waits a little bit too long, and his shot's blocked. Put back to the point for McIntyre. McIntyre. Good play to knife it across to McDonald. McDonald's shot gets it over to Crawley. His shot's blocked by Alec Hagen McLeod. Too many mix in this game. Back to the point for McIntyre. McIntyre over to Crawley. Crawley back to McDonald. McDonald walks in, blocked in front. Rebound, Karams to Crawley. He puts it across to McDonald. Back to McIntyre. His shot well wide of the net. Rebound is into the corner. Stepped up on it was McDonald. McDonald has it behind the net. Back to Crawley. Crawley into the center for McIntyre. McIntyre has his lane shut off. He'll play it down into the corner. McNeil battles Phillips down there. And it's off the boards and out. Strange bounce, though, again. These boards are pretty lively. Fougere battles his man Crawley back down there, doing great work forechecking on the penalty kill. Here's Phillips, chips it ahead to Crawley. Crawley with only 52 seconds left in the power play, and that's going to be an offside call. Smart play by the Armada to knock Parker Lee offside on that rush, throwing the Jets offside. .49 seconds remaining in the power play. Francis comes over the line, takes the puck, knocks a man down, regains possession. Played behind the Armada net. Makinen back there battling into the corner. Looks like Black is pinched up to help out. Puck comes free momentarily, and then it's sealed back against the wall. Comes free for Simmons. Simmons back to the point for LeBlanc. LeBlanc plays it back down to the corner for McDonald. McDonald plays it off the boards to Simmons. Simmons back to McDonald. McDonald cross-ice feed, doesn't reach its target, but LeBlanc will regain possession. And that shot's blocked in front by the Armada. Francis can't find the handle, and it's chipped down the ice. Here's LeBlanc with pressure on him from DeBay. And LeBlanc will spin off in the corner, and that'll do it for the power play opportunity. Jets aren't able to capitalize, even though they had some good looks. LeBlanc will gain the line and fire it down into the corner. Jets McDonald gives chase and tries to take it from Bungay, but can't do so. Chipped up the boards. Francis battles hard there. Takes a bit of a high check as you hear the complaining from the benches. Puck's down low, just chipped away by the Jets in time. Centering pass cut off nicely there. Here comes Foss McDonald of the Jets, just gains the line, and they say Simmons was a step ahead of the play. Offside is the call. .12:20 left in the second period. Armada 1, Jets no score. Armada control it off the draw again. That's been a huge story in both these games to this point. Armada winning almost all of the draws to this point. And if you're always chasing the puck, just makes the game that much harder. McIntyre loses the handle momentarily, gets it to Morrison along the half wall, but the puck doesn't get any further. Back to the point for Todd. Todd, quick shot, blocked in front, goes wide of the net. Pass in front to McIntyre, but he can't find an outlet pass. One of the Armada players, Thompson, just falls. Battle down low. 4 men in the corner battling for it. Centering pass, just kicked off the line, and the Jets still can't clear it out. They battle it to the line, but can't quite get it out. Hit along the boards was McIntyre. He'll play it behind his net. And back to McIntyre, and he'll leave it go for Morrison, and he'll flip it high. Missed by Thompson. Smith McNeil can't quite center that pass. Armada look to gain possession now. They'll try to set things up, and that pass is caught by LeBlanc at center ice. And he'll try to go for a skate here. He gains the line. Plays it down low behind the net, and he'll go give chase. Played up the wing. It'll get to the point for McDonald. McDonald, quick shot, almost deflected by Ward in front, but an easy save by Hagen McLeod. Centering pass, spun on goal. Quick backhand, blocked before it can get to the net. Big hit by Smith McNeil. Quick shot, shoulder stop by Hagen McLeod. Jets throwing some pucks at the net here, trying to find some rebounds. And that's sent down the ice by the Armada. It's going to be an icing call. Actually, it's waved off. Very late call, but they do wave it off. And the Armada's Maidment has it now. Cuts to the center. Quick shot on goal. Rebounds there. Aaron chops it wide of the goal. Pass into the corner. Up to the wing for Penny. Penny finds the center. Off the stick of Butters and back the other way is the Armada. Here's Fougere. In. Passes across. Big save by Levat on Maidment. Into the corner. Quick shot on goal. That one was knifed away before it could get there. And that one blocked as well. Armada funneling everything to the net. Here's Maidment. Picks up the loose puck. Gets it to Uren. He's knocked off stride. And that one-timer by Fougere. High and wide. That was dangerous. Oh, and we got a broken stick on the play. On a possible 3-on-1 rush the other way. Fougere back in. Shot stopped. Rebound. Scores! And a terrible break for the Jets on that broken stick at center. And it comes back the other way. And Carter Pino bangs in the rebound. Puts it by Levat. And the Armada take a 2-goal lead over the Jets. Looked like the Jets might have had a 3-on-1 or a 2-on-1 rush going the other way, and a stick broke. And the rest is history. The Armada go back the other way and make it count. Akala kicks it ahead off the draw. Auld knocks Phillips' stick off, out of his hands, off the draw. Good back check from Parker Lee. Knocks the puck away. That just kept in at the line by Bungay, I believe. Just sneaks by him now, and Crawley has it stripped by Surratt. Phillips on him. Can't quite strip him of the puck. It's flipped high. McIntyre can't get enough of it to negate that rush. Hackler, backhand shot. Played into the middle now. Here's Crawley. Crawley back the other way. 3-on-2 rush. Puts it into the middle. Lee slides it just wide of the far post, or the near post, pardon me. Played into the middle. That connects. Here's Auld. Auld plays it ahead. That pass connects with Surratt. Surratt goes wide. Centering pass is cut off by Phillips. Phillips plays it off the board, so that's just going to be kept in by Makinen. He has the puck knocked off his stick, and it's played down just out of the reach of Black. Back to the point for Bungay. And he'll play it down low for Surratt, but he's going to go for a change. Played hard around for Phillips. He'll try to pick it up. Can't do so. Loses it in his skates. And DeBay will fire it back down as the Armada are changing. Jets look quite tired out there at the moment. Good play from Crawley to seal his man along the wall, but DeBay comes out of the corner with it. Played out to center ice. Jets looking to change, but don't have enough time to get that change in. One guy goes. Here's Maidment. That's Makinen, pardon me. Plays it to Todd. Todd, quick shot on goal, blocked in front by McIntyre. Here's Creighton in the corner. Battled hard with McIntyre. DeBay comes in to help out. He'll fan out now. Puck's played all the way around for Crawley. He'll play it high off the glass. Just does get it outside the line, but not far enough for that change yet again. Jets are very tired, skating in quicksand at the moment. Foss McDonald doing well down low. Pinning the puck along the boards. McIntyre comes in to help out as well. This is usually a result in a penalty or a goal if you're the Jets. Such a long shift like this. Puck comes around to Crawley. He can't quite corral it. It does get outside the line. Thompson can't hold it, and he is buried by Crawley, and we are going to have a penalty on the play. Late hit there. Down on McIntyre, but going to have a 2-minute boarding call on Hudson Crawley. Armada will head back to the power play. 6:38 remaining in the second period. Huge penalty kill here for the Jets to keep this a 2-goal game. Off the draw, Francis can't quite corral it, but it's sent down the ice. Thompson picks it up behind his goal. Look to set up a breakout here. Plays it up the wing. That connects with O'Leary. Into the middle for Chisholm. Chisholm loses it before he could get a shot away. Picks it up in the corner. Armada look to set it up. Back to the point. Here's O'Leary. Into the middle for Todd. Todd has lots of space. Pad save from Levatt, and that'll be sent down the ice by Simmons. O'Leary gathering some speed. Cuts it up, puts it across for Todd. Todd gains the line. Centering pass off a skate of Brady, but kept in at the line by Thompson. Here's O'Leary, back to Thompson. Thompson walks in, shoots. Wide of the near post, and that's cleared to the line, but not out. Here's Thompson. Into the middle, chopped on goal. Big save there, might have grazed the post by Levatt. Dropped off for Todd. Todd spins back on the half wall. Battle in front. Quick shot, not much on it, and wide of the goal. O'Leary will pick it up on the far side. He'll walk in and have a shot as well. That's blocked in front. Loose puck. Comes free for the Jets, and they'll fire it down the ice. 25 seconds remaining in the power play for the Armada. That stretch pass misses everybody. McIntyre will step up and chip it, but can't quite get it by Fougere. Good battle there by the Jets and the Armada, but it's kept in at the line. Maidman puts it across. Big save there by Levatt. McIntyre battling his man down in the corner. Puck comes free. Back to the point. Just kept in as the penalty ends. Three Jets come, and that pass gets through. He's in. Big save there by Hagen McLeod. Might have got a little piece of it before it went wide. Kept in at the point. That shot's blocked as well. Armada come back in transition. McIntyre will play it off the boards into the neutral zone. Pino picks it up there. Big hit there along the boards. Puck comes free for Smith McNeil. He takes a shot. Pad save there, and he'll be rubbed out along the wall as well. Centering pass doesn't quite get through. Loose puck. Shot. Save made by Hagen Smith McLeod. And back the other way is Fougere. He's in on a break. He shoots. He scores! Fougere shot out of a rocket at the blue line. Goes in on the break and beats Levatt through the 5-hole, who did get a piece of it, but it trickles in. 3-0 Armada. 3:51 left in the second period. Couple of great chances at one end. And Hagen McLeod was equal to those opportunities, and so many times you see in hockey, chances at one end aren't capitalized on, and then before you know it, the other end, you have a goal. Turned over inside the Jets line. Shot on goal, wide of the net. Puck rims all the way around. Kept in by Hakala. He'll have a shot as well, and that's gloved down by Levatt. Back to the point for Mäkinen off the draw. Auld takes a chop, loses possession. Flipped into the neutral zone for Jador. He'll pick it up there. Go wide on Bungay. Tries to cut in. Loses an edge down in the corner. Possession changes to the Armada. Chopped off the stick of Morrison. Butters. Armada gained possession inside the line. Here's McDonald behind the net, sealed off nicely by Hakala. Played to an open wing for Jador. Jador stepped up on by Bungay and can't get the pass away. Here's Penny. His pass in the direction of Butters, but he wasn't ready for it. And we're going to have an offside call at the line. McLeod controls it off the draw, dumps it down behind the Jets net. Here's Black with it, leaves it there for McDonald. McDonald, stretch pass over a couple of sticks, knocked away by Thompson. Turned over there to Penny. He's dumped at center, and it's going to be a penalty as a bit of a slew foot if you ask me. Dangerous check by, looks like Devin DeBay is going to sit for his third penalty of the game. They're calling it a trip, but it was right in front of me, and it was a very, very dangerous hit. Took the legs out from under Penny, I believe. Penny's up and on, walking on his own power, but heading to the dressing room to get checked out. Jets go back to the power play, looking to get some positive momentum heading into the third period. That pass from Phillips is in the skates, and it's sent down the ice by the Armada. Left there for McDonald. Played all the way around, but no one there for the Jets. Crawley will have to chase it. Left there for Phillips. Ahead for McDonald. That connects with Crawley. Crawley gains the line. He'll try to spin up, and that is off a skate and out of the zone. McIntyre will dig back for it. He'll go all the way back in his own zone with Van Polgeest on his hip. And Polgeest strips McIntyre, and then McIntyre's going to go down, and we have an offside call at the line. Pretty disjointed looking power play to this point, and I didn't initially see the call, but the penalty to Devin DeBay turns out to be a double minor. 3 minutes and 14 seconds are on the clock left in the power play. So a big opportunity for the Jets if they can get things pointed in the right direction. Here's Crawley as he gains the line. Back to McIntyre. Across for McDonald. His pass is just a little too far for Crawley. He'll regroup. Crawley cuts to the net. Shot blocked in front. McIntyre knocks it out of the air. Looks like it's going to be a high stick. And it's played down the ice again. Almost a breakaway for Chisholm. He'll have to skate onto it. McIntyre knocks his man off the puck. And McDonald stretches it ahead for Crawley. Crawley gains the line. We're in the final minute of play here. Stretch pass connects with McDonald. McDonald shot off the stick of Hagen McLeod, and then it's cleared down the ice. Hagen McLeod's been spectacular in the goal for the Armada. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the penalty. 24 seconds left in the period. Stretch pass by Phillips, just off the stick of Crawley. Oh, that looked very dangerous as one of the Armada players just lost an edge. Bungay heading into the boards, but he looks okay. Kept it. No, it's actually just outside the line. Looked like it was kept in momentarily, but McIntyre couldn't quite get there in time. Chipped ahead off the draw for Phillips. Phillips looking to get a quick shot on goal. Puts it to the middle. And that will do it for the second period of play. After 2 periods of play, Armada 3, Jets 0. Shots on goal 25-18 in favor of the Armada. We'll be back after the flood for the third period. And we're back for the third period between the Jets and the Armada. After 2 periods of play, it's 3-0 for the Armada. The Jets will start the third period on the power play for 1 minute and 48 seconds with Devin DeBay in the box. And here we go. Draw is controlled by the Armada. Mackinnon backing up into his zone, and then he'll flip it high. Butters gloves it down at center, and he'll leave it there. But LeBlanc can't pick it up. Fougier in on him, the latest Armada goal scorer. And he'll pin it along the dasher. Comes free for Butters. He'll try to get things pointed in the right direction. Bobbles it momentarily, gains the line, and fires it in. First man on that's going to be Bungay. He'll pin it up against the wall. Comes free. Kept in at the point by LeBlanc. LeBlanc plays it into the middle. Butters puts it down to the half wall. Quick shot on goal. Rebounds there. Chopped over the net. I think that was Simmons that had it in close. Couldn't quite beat Hagan McLeod with it. 1 minute and 4 remaining on the power play for the Jets. Armada win the draw and fire it all the way around the ice. Kept in at the far point by LeBlanc. Here's Simmons into the middle. Butters rolls off a check. Lays it back down to Simmons. Simmons back to the point for Butters. Dangerously at the line. It comes free. Thompson away to the races. Has one man to beat. Drags it to the middle and can't get the shot away. He'll happily play it down to the corner and retreat to his defensive positioning. Here's Butters behind the net. Trying to get things started here. Butters. Saucer passes it ahead to LeBlanc. LeBlanc walks through the middle of the ice. Loses the puck at the line. And that's kept in momentarily by LeBlanc into the middle. Simmons can't get a shot away as he's knocked off the puck. Back the other way come the Armada. Played off the boards by Ward into the middle for Jador. Jador cuts into the middle of the ice, back to the out, but can't get a shot away as the penalty is over to the Armada. Puck comes free. That stretch pass misses everybody, and it'll slide down the ice. Icing's negated. Off that centering pass misses its man. It'll come back to the point for McNeil. Played down low. Pass into the middle. Knocked away by the Jets, and a chance for an odd man rush is given up as the pass is nowhere near Smith McNeil, but he does a good job to knock Pino off the puck and can't quite center it though. Played off the boards. Nice kick play by Van Poelgeest into the middle, and he'll regain possession now. Down the ice comes Van Poelgeest, knocked away by McIntyre. McIntyre will take him to the corner. Puck comes free. Tripping call is going to be made on Van Poelgeest. Oh, actually, it's a slash, pardon me. Looks like Van Poelgeest is headed to the box. McIntyre draws yet another penalty on the day. Unfortunately for the Jets, they are unable to capitalize on the power play to this point in the game. Off the draw, McIntyre seals his man. Played in front. Dangerously close to the line, but Hagan McLeod is equal to the task and covers up for another whistle. Lee being waved out of the draw. Francis will come in to take it. One to the boards, but sent down the ice by Bungay. Labatt reverses play. Didn't get a whole lot on the pass, but gets it over to Phillips. Phillips plays it across from McIntyre. Off his stick into the middle of the ice. O'Leary can't get the shot away, and he'll rag the puck a little bit now, trying to kill some time off this latest power play for the Jets. Regained by Bungay, and fired down the ice. Not a whole lot of life in these Jets' legs at the moment. Good play there by McIntyre to make sure that pass doesn't get out front, but Levat will cover for a whistle. Jets will change up that power play unit. Not much doing with 1 minute and 19 seconds left in the power play. LeBlanc controls it off the draw for the Jets. Stretch pass ahead, connects there with Foss McDonald. Foss gains the line, but fires it into the Armada bench. Face-offs won by the Jets. Pass across for LeBlanc. Doesn't connect. And it's sent down the ice again by the Armada. Doing a great job killing off this penalty. There's McDonald behind his net. Trying to walk out. 1-4 checker in. Dangerous play in front. Levat gets a pad down. Not much on the shot, but it might have made the far post. And Levat makes sure it doesn't go in. Here's Colin McDonald of the Jets, gains the line and fires it down behind the net. Foss McDonald in forechecking, played around by Todd, kept in at the point by Butters. He avoids a check, spins off another, and plays it back to the point. Here's Foss McDonald, back to Butters. Butters is sealed off along the wall by Auld. Simmons comes in to help out, and possession's turned over again to the Armada, and it's played to the line and out. McDonald over to LeBlanc. Now LeBlanc is being forced back in his own zone as the penalty to Van Polgees ends. Back the other way is Foss McDonald. Jumps around his man Thompson into the corner, drags the puck along, but can't center. Played to the point and connects there with Fougere. Fougere with a head of steam down the wing. Centering pass just out of the reach of the streaking Aaron down the wing. Centering pass coming. Stuff play at the side of the net. Centering pass, no one there for the Armada. Simmons can't get the puck out of the zone, and it's turned back the other way. McIntyre battling Aaron. Quick shot high and over the net, and it'll rim all the way around and out of the zone. McNeil back for it with Butters on him. Takes a bit of a slash there, but no call on the play. Thought Jador may have had his man lined up, but he decided to peel off, and it's sent down the ice for what could be an icing call, but they let it go. McIntyre rides his man out. Centering pass cut off there. Jador will pick up the loose puck. Takes a pretty good slash there as well. Plays it out wide for Crawley, but just a little bit behind him. Looks like offside is the call. Jets will have to tag up. 13:50 to go in the third period. Pad save from Levat. The shot from Maidment. Played down the ice, and Crawley was behind the defense, but he stumbled trying to pick the puck up. Icing's waved off. Crawley battles his man down in the corner. Puck's kicked to the point. Fougere will pick it up there. Fougere down the wing, tries to beat Pemberton one-on-one, gets the puck to the net. Shot! What a save by Levat with the glove on the rebound. Trying to keep this game within reach for the Jets. Levat's been the best player in the lineup for the Jets this morning. Played to the point. Here's Makinen. Takes a quick shot. Easy save for Levat. Armada control it off the draw. Played down behind the net. Surratt's going to be first to it. He spins off LeBlanc. Tries to center it off a skate. There for it is Pemberton. Pemberton's stripped of the puck. Auld can't quite pick it up. Played to the half wall, but not out. LeBlanc will get another chance now. He's battled off the puck. All he can do is flip it to center. Mäkinen turns it back the other way. Here's Surratt down the wing. Cuts to the outside. Sealed off nicely by LeBlanc. Played all the way around for Mäkinen. Mäkinen at the point. Walks around one man. Turns it over. Race for the puck now. Smith McNeil with Bungay on his hip. Good save there from Hagen McLean as Smith McNeil got the shot away with pressure there from Bungay. Wild shot from Hackala goes high and wide and out of the zone. And that's dumped right back down behind Levat's goal. He'll stop it there, sent around for Smith McNeil. He picks it up and puts it ahead for Phillips, but Phillips didn't see the pass. O'Leary comes in, puts it back for Thompson. He can't pick it up, but Todd does. Stretch pass connects with Brady. Brady sealed off by Seth Black nicely. Chisholm comes in to pick it up. Chisholm behind the net, looking for an option. He's battled by McDonald. Centering pass connects. Rebound, they score! Nice touch play in front. And there's no chance for Levat on that one. Seth O'Leary buries that one. Top shelf. To take a 4-0 lead over the Jets. Armada make a couple of quick short passes in front of the Jets goal. No chance for Levat on the play. 11:45 remaining in the third. Armada hold a 4-0 lead. That pass misses. Phillips is almost in, has a chance to center it. Quick shot towards the goal. Crawley can't get it away in time. Back to the point for McIntyre. McIntyre wobbling the puck at the line. Does get it down to Phillips. He'll play it down low for Lee. He backhands it out front, but that's cut off there. McIntyre keeps it at the point. O'Leary has it momentarily. He'll play it ahead for Brady. Brady down the wing with McIntyre on his hip. Cuts it to the front. O'Leary, backdoor pass. What a save by Levat. He robbed Chisholm on the back door. Again, the Armada come in transition. This time, Levat shuts it down. Back to the point, McNeil plays it down low. Rims all the way around for Francis, who chops it to the line, but not out. Kept in, stretch pass, it's going to be offside by a step. Referee was in good position to make the call. Simmons was offside by a few steps, to be honest. Face-off will come all the way back down inside the Jet zone. Played all the way around. Simmons, stretch pass, kept in at the line. McIntyre battles with DeBay. Loose puck, dragged towards the goal. No shot on goal. Rebound into the slot. Simmons comes away with that one. Plays it ahead to Francis. Francis gains the line. Bodied off the puck by Pino, who will chop it ahead for Creighton. Played up for DeBay. Chopped off his stick by McDonald and sent back into the neutral zone. Armada tag up and fire the puck in. LeBlanc chips it ahead. McNeil steps up and seals the wall. Jets play it ahead. Here's Francis. Over the line, takes a shot. Blocker stopped by Hagen McLeod. Puck comes into the corner. Quick centering pass connects with LeBlanc. He can't get a shot away. And Creighton loses his stick. He had it lifted and knocked out of his hands, but LeBlanc will sit for 2 minutes. Penalty on the play. It was a little bit of a weak call, to be honest. I don't think Creighton had a really good grip on his stick there, but hard to argue when the stick is knocked out of your hands. Armada back to the power play. Here's Bungay at the point. He'll walk to the center. Plays it to Maidment along the wing. Shot on goal. Rebounds there. Shot high and over the net and out of play. Gaping cage for Erin, and he'll be seeing that in his dreams, unfortunately. Nightmares. Can't believe he didn't find the net on that one. Back to the point. Nakinen over to Bungay. Bungay feeds Maidment. Cross ice feed, connects there with Nakinen. He toe drags to the middle and takes a shot on goal, and that's stopped by Levat. Armada doing well to move that puck at the top of the umbrella. Get some clean shots through. Here's Maidment to Bungay in the center. He'll have a quick shot, deflect it in front, into the corner. McIntyre in there causing some trouble, penalty killing. Strips his man to the puck, has it taken back. Sent to the half wall for Maidment. Back to the top for Bungay, back to Maidment on the half wall. His shot off a body and over the net. Might have rode up and hit Levat in the helmet, actually. And we have a penalty. Ooh. Looked like a pretty good cross-check up high on McIntyre. The initial penalty was already called. And looks like they're both going. Armada had control of the puck, so they're certainly going to the box. Okay, so it's a 2 minute for cross-checking on McIntyre and a 4 minute head contact penalty on Erin. So it looks to me like the Jets will head to the power play, or pardon me, it will be 4-on-4 for a minute and 8 as the Jets already had a penalty on the play. We'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 8 seconds, and then the Jets will head back to the power play after that. .8:57 remaining in the game. Referees just trying to get things sorted out with the penalties. Looks like Seth O'Leary is coming to serve a penalty as well. Now the initial 4 minute penalty that was up on the board has been reduced to a 2 on Erin. Centering pass, shot on goal by Hackala, big save from Levat. Back the other way comes Jador of the Jets. He'll cut to the middle, but he's stripped by Thompson. Thompson looking to break it out. Whoa! Two Jets collide, but it's kept in at the point by McDonald. Into the middle for Jador. It's chopped away there by Todd. Back to the point, and we have a penalty in the corner. Lots of pushing and shoving going on. Mason Auld and Colton Butters. And several penalties are probably going to come out of this one. Tempers boiling over. few players might be escorted out, but certainly looks like Colton Butters is being shown the door. He's heading down the hall. Waiting for confirmation, but it looks like Colton Butters was given a 2-minute roughing call, but he's also been given a 10-minute misconduct. So his afternoon looks like it's over. Lots of pushing and shoving down there in the corner, but I don't believe the Armada have been given a penalty out of that. Looks like Colton Jador will serve the penalty for Butters coming over to the box. And after all of that, the Armada will have a 4-on-3 power play. And we're back underway. Surratt, shot on goal, stopped there by Levatt. LeBlanc has 18 seconds left in his minor, and then he'll be back on the ice. Jets will get a chance to get back to a 4-on-4 at least. It's kept in at the line by Todd, sent back around. Armada looking to set things up, lots of ice to work with. Pass, shot on goal, stopped by Levatt, rebounds there, cleared to the corner. First penalty is over, back to 4-on-4. LeBlanc goes to the bench, gets a fresh spot in the ice. Isaac Ward, here's Thompson, shot on goal, stopped. Referee lost sight of the puck, and they'll blow that down. Some 4-on-4 hockey now for the next 41 seconds. Then the Armada will go to a brief power play. McNeil at the point, gets it across to Pino. Pino has a shot on goal to redirect it to the corner. Played to the boards and outside into the middle area for Ward. He'll chip it by his man, McNeil, but he regains possession. Here's McNeil through the middle. Back check by Penny. Out to the wing for Fougere. His shot blocker stopped by Levatt, and the rebound's knocked out of the air with a high stick, but Levatt stops that too. This goal certainly wouldn't have counted, but Levatt wasn't taking any chances. Jets control the drop. Played around by Black. LeBlanc can't quite pick up the pass. And the Armada have possession. Here's Fougere. Walks around his man. Plays it down low. Brady has it now. Looking to center it. Back to a power play now for the Armada. But the pass back from McNeil gets outside the line. And that's going to be an easy offside call as the Armada had a man trapped deep. 6:45 left in the third period, 33 seconds remaining in the penalty to Colton Butters. And the Jets will be back to 5-on-5. Armada looking to just coast this one home with a 4-0 lead at this point. LeBlanc has his stick chopped out of his hands, looking for a penalty off the draw. Black has it behind his net, chips it ahead for Penny. His wild stab at it, doesn't get the puck out of the zone. Bungay at the top of the umbrella, plays it down. Quick shot on goal by DeBay, and that's gloved down by Levatt. Shots on goal have grown to 38-22 in favor of the Armada. Jets really don't look like they have a whole lot of life left in their legs at this point. Off the draw, that puck's played off the boards, but hits a leg. Van Polgis plays it down for Creighton. Creighton is buried in the corner by Black. Armada still have possession, and that'll do it for the power play. Chopped into the middle. Here's Penny back the other way. Goes wide, but has the puck stripped by McNeil. McNeil now has the puck stripped off his stick. So no one really wants it at this point. LeBlanc chips it into the zone, but not deep, and played to an open wing. Black comes over to try to pinch off Creighton, but he'll dump it in. Pile up along the half wall. Both teams seem kind of content with leaving it there at the moment. Dug free by Creighton. Into the middle for O'Leary. His shot is negated. He does get a backhand away, and Levatt finds it just before it trickles into the net. Off the draw, Surratt controls, passes it to Maidment. Maidment spins off, looking for a lane to the net, finds Surratt. Surratt spins, fires it, but not a whole lot on the shot, and Levatt will glove it down. Puck's played down to the corner, off the draw. McIntyre seals Maidment along the wall. Surratt comes in to try to dig it out. Another one of these rugby scrums along the half wall. This one's in the corner. Finally dug free. McIntyre does well to get back up and pin it. McIntyre taking a couple of shots in the back, but that's what you're going to get when you're pinning the puck like that. Puck centered, but taken away by Smith McNeil of the Jets. He'll go back the other way. Can't get a shot away as he's converged on by two Armada players. Thompson gets it ahead to Chisholm. Chisholm just gets it to the point, and a shot on goal. Good play there from the Armada player to lift the stick of the onrushing Jet and make sure that shot doesn't get away. Into the middle by Surratt. That's stripped. And the pass ahead for Morrison is behind him. And the puck's dumped back down into the Jet zone. McDonald absorbs the hit, keeps the puck moving, but it's just over the stick of McNeil at the point. There's Van Polgis, fires it ahead, connects there with Maidment. Maidment walks in, shadowed there by Pemberton, played into the middle for Van Polgis, and that'll dribble onto the goalie for an easy stop. Levatt very aware in there, facing 41 shots to this point of the game. Played to the wing. Pemberton will rim it around quickly. Crawley can't take it cleanly. Gets a second chance and flips it high, but it's gloved down by McNeil. McNeil plays it down to the corner. Dribbled off of Van Polgie's sticks, but Fougere regains possession. Centering pass cut off there by that's Lee. Lee will pin his man along the boards as well. Armada try to walk it to the center. McNeil pinching up. That shot's blocked before it can get to Levatt. Lee stumbles into the boards. Puck comes free, but no one sees it. Armada finally do. Played to the point. Shot coming from Pino. Sold the shot and made the pass into the middle. No one there for the Armada. Played ahead. Phillips plays it for Crawley. Crawley walks in. Shot on. And that's stopped nicely by Hagen McLeod. Crawley getting pushed and shoved every which way. Looks like Cohen McNeil is heading to the box. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty coming. .2:59 remaining in the third period. And with a 4-0 score, both teams really just trying to get this one home before any stupid penalties or suspensions may occur. Face-offs controlled by the Jets as McDonald to Black. Black plays it down low to Phillips. Phillips, quick centering pass. Gets back to the point. Now back to Phillips. Here's Lee. A lot of scrambly play by both teams at the moment, and it does get out to Chisholm. Chisholm one-on-one now with McDonald. He walks around. Quick shot on the glove side, and Levat snags it out of the air. 2:30 remaining in the game. And so far, the best chance on this latest power play for the Jets has gone to the Armada by way of that Owen Chisholm chance. Puck's battled along the half wall. Finally comes free for Parker Lee of the Jets. He'll gain center, has it chipped away from him, but he regains possession, and that is offside by a hair. Crawley was just ahead of the play on the near side. A minute and 19 remaining in the power play for the Jets. They control it off the draw. Here's Crawley. Gains the line and fires it down behind Hagan McLeod's goal. Black in trying to recover the dump in. And Phillips behind the net for the Jets. Has possession. Puts it into the middle for Crawley, but Crawley had to lunge for it and couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. Otherwise, he had a quality chance in the slot area. And the puck's dumped down the ice and finished by Chisholm. And the Armada will go for a change. Jets looking to sort things out. Pass headman connects with Crawley. Crawley with back pressure from Creighton behind, and he's knocked down after dumping that puck in. And the puck is cleared once again right down on Levat's goal. Jets looking to get things pointed in the right direction. Only a minute and 20 left in the game. Pass up to the wing from McIntyre. McIntyre jumps by a couple of men along the boards. Has it behind the net, looking for a passing option. Plays it back to the point for LeBlanc. LeBlanc steps around a man, leaves it for McIntyre. McIntyre back to the top from Foss McDonald. Over to the wing for Blair Francis. He bobbles the puck and has it stripped by DeBay. He'll play it back behind his goal. And that's played all the way down the ice as McNeil comes out of the box. That's going to be an icing call on the Armada. We're into the final minute of play here in the third period. Face-off coming in the Armada zone. Armada have one too many players on the ice. And because of that, DeBay will get waved out of the draw. Off the draw, the Armada goes straight ahead with it, but it's kept in at the line by LeBlanc and just chipped down behind the goal by McDonald. Played to the wing, into the middle. Here's DeBay, back the other way, one-on-one with McIntyre. He seals the... Oh, what a terrible play there by DeBay. McIntyre has had enough of that. All McIntyre did was take the lane away from him. DeBay barrels him into the net, into the crossbar. Gotta hope McIntyre's all right after that one. Such a needless play with only 28 seconds left in a 4-0 game, but sometimes that's what happens when you're dealing with 15 and 16-year-old kids. 28 seconds left on the clock. Face-off's going to come outside the zone. Jets can't quite control the draw. Bungay will get another chance here for the Armada. Passes across from Makinen. He's over the line, takes a shot. Redirected before it got to Levac. Centering pass connects there, but that shot's high and wide of the net. Surrett has it now in the corner, plays it back to the point. Makinen takes a shot towards the net, well wide. LeBlanc chips it by his man, but turns it over to Erin. Erin has it now in the corner, and that'll do it for this one. Armada skate away with a 4-0 victory over the Jets. And Blair Francis has seen enough of Makinen today and yesterday, and he fires him down to the ice. The Armada are skating by the Jets bench with the obligatory pointing to the scoreboard move, which is always a good one. Both teams being sent off as lots of Y-Iotas are sent back and forth. Final shots on goal are 44-24 in favor of the Armada. Thanks again for tuning in. My name is Jeff McIntyre for High Button Sports. Enjoy the NFL and whatever else you have planned for your Sunday afternoon. Talk to you soon.